Okay, we have made it to Friday.
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of Bob Newhart.
Huge.
You're a big fan of Bob Newhart too, Brian.
Oh, yes. Yeah, have been for years.
And there's a connection to you named a pet after one of his radio. He was telling me this before the show.
Really?
Yeah.
I did. I named one of our dogs Trixie, and that comes from the Bob Newhart comedy album in the 60s, where he does a routine about the Grace L. Ferguson Airline and Storm Door Company, and oh God, oh funny, and the pilot is introducing the stewardesses, and he says the stewardesses Trixie and Bubbles. I mean Miss Swanson and Miss Savage. And that's where I got the name Trixie from.
Oh, man. Oh, it's another era.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll talk about the legacy of Bob
He
Newhart.
came to Hamilton so many times as well.
Okay.
Yes,
Good.
many times.
So we'll talk about that coming up in entertainment. Yeah, we made it through a week. How are we looking today, Brian?
Beautiful.
Yeah, good.
Oh, just a perfect July day. What a gorgeous day it's going to be. Temperature mid-20s, 25 degrees, lots of sunshine. Humidex about 28, that's about it. So what a gorgeous day today. A little bit milder than yesterday. Yesterday we got to 23, but today 25 and lovely sunshine, and another gorgeous day for tomorrow as well. So we'll talk about that coming up. Looking at traffic this morning, nothing here at the 403 and Waterdown Road. That looks good, but a little further back as you're coming eastbound on the 403, coming out of Hamilton toward Burlington, the ramp to Waterdown Road is closed because we have vehicle fire reported there. We can't see it on our camera there, unfortunately, but that has been reported about 20 minutes ago or so. So that'll be closed. Looking at some MTO traffic cameras for any other problems around the area. Nothing here at Millen Road in Stony Creek, so that looks good. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge, and looking at the QEW east of Appleby Line, not a lot. Just be careful of that one problem on the ramp going from eastbound 403 to Waterdown Road. We'll look at weather and traffic, of course, in a few minutes for you. Right now, good news.
Developing story this morning, a global internet outage is wreaking havoc. Microsoft users are facing widespread outages. It's impacting banks, airlines, even media outlets in some countries. The disruption appears to stem from an issue with cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike. Microsoft is gradually fixing the issues with Microsoft 365 apps and services. The cause is still unclear, but Microsoft says the situation is getting a bit better. A website that tracks user-reported internet outages has recorded growing problems with Visa, Amazon, and some airlines. Now, Pearson International Airport has told CHCH News this morning they are impacted by this incident, but it depends on the airline. Flights from several U.S. carriers, United, Delta, and American, are grounded this morning. In the U.S., the FAA says it made the decision because of communication issues.
Okay, let's bring you to Hamilton because more services have come back online after the city of Hamilton's cyber incident earlier this year. So most of them involve Hamilton's transit service. Next stop announcements, onboard updates are back on HSR buses, and real-time bus route information they have returned through most third-party apps. An internal system used by city staff for development, public health, transportation operations, and the delivery of water and wastewater services, they have been restored. And the city has resumed processing nearly 1,000 online building permit applications stalled when the system was shut down in late February.
Special council meeting is going to take place in Burlington this morning for an update after the catastrophic flooding earlier this week. Simone Gavros joins us now from near one of those hard-hit flooded areas.
Hi, good morning, Annette. Well, I'm here at Brant Hill Park here in Burlington. This is near Cavendish Drive, which is one of those heavily hit areas due to that flooding. Now, many fields and baseball diamonds have been closed for most of the week because of all that water that was building up here. You can just see here behind me that there is this one puddle here, and that goes right into the outfield of the baseball diamond that's over here. I did walk through this one of the fields here today, and there is still water that's remaining on the field here. You can just hear it as you're walking through as well. But for now, these diamonds still remain closed because of all that water after the aftermath of the flooding we saw earlier this week. Now, as of right now, the city remains in a level 2 emergency according to the city's website. City crews are continuing to respond to service calls and repair city property. Now, Burlington saw significant flooding after the big storms that we saw earlier this week. Residents said that creeks were overflowing, causing flooded basements, extreme extreme weather alerts, as well as a number of road closures. A 407 barrier strip also failed, clogging the drain that runs under that highway, leading to even more flooding. Now, the council meeting will give a verbal update to council members as well as residents about the current situation, actions that are being taken, and what the next steps are going to be. Now, the meeting starts this morning at 9:30. There are already a number of delegates that are prepared to speak regarding this flooding. Residents are welcomed to go to the meeting today at City Hall. It can also be live streamed as well if you're looking to watch that. But for more, we're going to be giving those updates throughout the morning. For now, I'll send things back over to you, Tim.
All right, thanks, Simone. Brantford police are asking for help locating a 33-year-old man, but they have not released very many details. Now, they say Michelle is white, about 5'3", with a thin build and long curly hair. And they have not given Michelle's last name, how long they've been missing, or where they went missing from.
48-year-old man from Oakville is missing. Halton police have released this photo of Giovanni De Jesus Canola Mazzo. He's white, 5'8", with a muscular build, a shaved head, and brown eyes. He may be driving a 2008 red Toyota Yaris and is believed to be somewhere in the GTA.
Well, Ford is going to start assembling heavy-duty F-Series pickup trucks at its Oakville plant starting in 2026. The move comes amid delays in converting the facility into an electric vehicle hub and concerns from workers about job security. The $2.3 billion investment in Oakville will add 1,800 jobs. Ford says the move will add capacity of up to 100,000 additional units. Union workers are set to head back to work in 2026, a year earlier than planned. The union believes the agreement reached with Ford will protect members' jobs well into the future.
Calls are growing in Niagara for more funding and resources to reduce wait times for MRIs. NDP MPP Wayne Gate says people in the region have had to travel as far as Mississauga or even the U.S. because of long wait times. Last month, the province announced plans to almost double the number of publicly funded MRIs and CT scans that are available through private clinics. It's part of the Ontario government's plan to expand the number of facilities offering services like cataract surgery and hip and knee replacements. The health minister expects the new licenses to be in place this fall. That would add another 100,000 more scans every year. Federal Immigration Minister Mark Miller's constituency office in Montreal has been vandalized. Montreal police believe the war in the Middle East is likely the motive. The windows were smashed and there's a big mess inside the office with paint sprayed on the walls. Pro-Palestinian protesters have been demonstrating in front of Miller's office for weeks. The immigration minister posted on social media that while, quote, every individual has the full right to protest, nothing can excuse vandalism and the endangerment of others. He added, quote, my teams are safe and unharmed. That's the most important. A new federal labor minister is expected to be sworn in this morning after Seamus O'Regan announced yesterday he's leaving cabinet. O'Regan says he's not seeking re-election because his family comes first, adding he needs to be a better husband, son, uncle, and friend. O'Regan will remain the MP representing the Newfoundland riding of St. John's South Mount Pearl until the next election. That's expected to take place in the fall of next year.
All right, let's get into Sportsline. The second round of the Open Championship from Royal Troon in Scotland, the final golf major of the year, already underway with Dundas native Mackenzie Hughes getting his second round started just before 5:30 our time this morning. He had a great start to his first round, coming in as the top Canadian, shooting a 2-under par in some very difficult conditions with temperatures. They were only sitting at 16 degrees and the winds, oh, they were very angry that day, my friends. Three-time Open champ Tiger Woods had a good start to his rounds on day one, rolling in this birdie on the third, but it was downhill after that, shooting an 8-over par at risk of missing the cut on another major, something that he's done in 3 of the 4 majors this year. Rory McIlroy wasn't much better. He got caught in one of those famous Troon bunkers and initially got it out before it rolled back in. He also shot it out of bounds on the 11th. He would finish well back at 7 over par. Let's get to the good. One of them is Irishman Shane Lowry, who won the Open back in 2019 at Royal Portrush. He shot a career best opening round in a major. He after the end of the first round, he sat alone in second at a 566. He's 1 under par now, so he has a share of the lead with this guy. His name is Daniel Brown, he's from England. He fired a bogey-free 6 under 65, but what a story for the 29-year-old. He had to go through qualifying to even make it to Royal Troon. Now he's in a share of the lead at the Open Championship. Cool. Yeah, keep an eye on that for you. All-Star break is over in baseball. Blue Jays are back home to kick off the second half of the season. First one, not good. They sit 8 games under 500, which is good for last spot in the AL East. And with 2 weeks until the trade deadline, they will be sellers rather than buyers like they've been for the past couple of years. Who stays, who goes, we'll see. In the meantime, Detroit Tigers arrive at the Dome to start a 3-game series tonight. TV note on this one, it's on Apple TV, not on Sportsnet. What about the Tiger Cats? So they're coming off a bye week after getting embarrassed at home by the BC Lions to push them to 0-5 in the season. Worst start for the team since 2017. No changes were made to the personnel during the off week, so we'll see what changes head coach Scott Milanovich has made specifically on defense. As the Argos arrive at Tim Hortons Field tomorrow night, Double Blue, they've had a decent start to the year, sitting at 3-2, but they do have wins against 2 good teams like BC and Montreal. Like just last week, they beat Montreal. Hamilton cannot fall any further down the standings, so they desperately need a win. Here we go. First Saturday night home game of the year. Looks like a beautiful one weather-wise. Hopefully the Cats can supply something to cheer about. Kickoff happens just after 7 o'clock. Something else going on tomorrow night is the Inter-County Baseball Showcase taking place at Welland Stadium, where the first place Welland Jackfish will welcome the league into the best environment in the IBL. Welland coming off their 21st win of the year last night, beating the Hamilton Cardinals 5-2. They're going to host a home run derby in the afternoon, little meet and greet and a concert a bit after that at 3:30. Then the game happening at 6 o'clock before some fireworks. After that, should be a good time. I want to finish up with Canada's men's soccer team coming off a fabulous effort at the recent Copa America tournament where they made it to the semifinals before losing to Uruguay, the third-place game on penalties. Well, the effort from Jesse Marsh and his squad has allowed them to move up 8 spots in the world soccer rankings. They now sit number 40 in the world, up from 48 at the start of Copa. Highest they've been since 2022 when they sat at number 33. That's the best ever after qualifying for the World Cup. Argentina still in top spot after winning Copa, and Euro winner Spain, they move up 5 spots. They're at number 3.
Are you ready for this Friday morning? Yes, there it is, 6:13. Bang on the button. All right, that's more money. We're looking at the 403 and Waterdown Road. We'll start with traffic first of all here. Looks good. No problems right there. But the problem that we have is a little further back, and we don't have a shot there, unfortunately, but it's the 403 eastbound ramp to Waterdown Road is closed at the moment. So if you're trying to go north or southbound on Waterdown Road from the 403, you can't do it because of a vehicle fire there. So, but nothing right there. To our MTO traffic cameras, we'll show you what's happening into Niagara, QEW Niagara Street. Looks pretty good at the moment. So does Midland Road, Stony Creek, all the way through Fairview and Burlington. Here's east of Royal Windsor Drive in Oakville, and we'll flip ahead just quickly here to the 427 Gardner QEW combination. All doing okay. Temperature at the moment. Now, we'll call this cool because it is below seasonal for an overnight low for this time of year. Seasonal is 15, so we're sitting at 12 right now. Very light wind, relative humidity 93%, but oh, that sunshine this morning. And it's all thanks to that ridge of high pressure giving us that sunshine for the day today. It's going to continue to give us clear skies tonight, sun again tomorrow. Actually, it's going to stay with us through the weekend, but that frontal boundary could trigger off a shower by the time we get to Sunday. So today, look at the temperatures, right in the mid-20s, sweet spot, 25 degrees and sunshine for the day today all the way around the horseshoe. Factor in the humidity, it'll feel like about 28, but still fairly comfortable. Tonight, temperature 16 for Niagara, but 13, 14 to 12. Other areas, so just again a touch below seasonal with that clear sky. And tomorrow, again, what a Saturday. Beautiful sunshine in July, 27, 28 degrees. Humidex tomorrow, a little bit more, about 31 is what it will feel like tomorrow. So 19th of July, out the door this morning. Skies are clear, sunny and 12 degrees at the moment. Long range in a few minutes. Annette, Tim.
Okay, let's look long range to your next trip to the grocery store because all 5 major players have now signed on to Canada's Grocery Code of Conduct. But will it make a difference for shoppers?
6:24 is the time on this Friday morning, and look at the sunshine we have to start the day here. And looking at traffic, QEW to Ontario Street, St. Catharines, nothing to see there. Same even with the top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge. So Toronto bound coming towards us on that shot. Looks good east of Appleby. No problems at Sheraton. Flipping ahead to the 403 at Burnhamthorpe. That looks good as well. The one problem that we do have in the area is the 403 eastbound coming out of Hamilton toward Burlington. The ramp to Waterdown Road completely closed with a vehicle fire reported there. We don't have a camera on that particular location. Check our temperatures right now. Hamilton's temperatures fluctuating a little bit. We're sitting at 11 degrees right now, and that's below seasonal for an overnight low. 13 Mississauga, 14 Grimsby, 15 for Toronto. So as I mentioned, seasonals, 15 for the overnight low, 27 for the daytime high. Now we were shy of that yesterday, 23. Today we're going to hit 25. So still a lovely day as the sun chimes and our records for today, the 19th of July. Heading out for your morning walk with your pal. Sunshine and light winds, like the winds are west at 2 kilometers an hour, and the temperature right now is 11 degrees. But today, as I said, climbing to 25, Humidex 28, beautiful July day. 13 and clear tonight, tomorrow 27, Humidex 31, another gorgeous day. Now there is a slim chance, it's only a slim chance of a shower on Sunday, 26. Gets warmer for Monday, back to sunshine Tuesday, and showers again for Wednesday. That's your forecast. Annette, Tim.
Okay, this is so cute. 2 grizzly bears going viral after they were spotted basking in a bathtub at a BC wildlife park.
Okay, they have names. They're that's Dawson and Newt, sibling bears who adore, I guess, lounging in the tub. The park installed the bathtub to provide them with a nice cool spot, even though they already have a pond and several drinking water sources. Despite these options, they prefer the tub.
They need a book and a glass of wine.
Yeah, there you go.
And a little privacy, please.
Yeah, totally. Just really showing it off. Not sure if that's Dawson or Newt, but they take turns relaxing in the tub. For now, thanks to donated second clawfoot tub, they can both enjoy it at the same time. So Dawson's a 500-pound female, Newt a 700-pound male. They've been living at the Kamloops Zoo since 2011 after being rescued as orphans. BC Wildlife Park is home to nearly 200 animals and specializes in helping wildlife. Injured wildlife.
This post says, no more pictures, some privacy, please.
Totally.
I just want to be quiet in the bathtub.
Here. Can't bear it. Goodness. Come on. Yeah, right. So, listen, positive vibes only.
I'm going to let
Positive vibes only. It's Friday, so we're doing the bare minimum around here. That's all I got.